program is specific to the municipality, to the city limits. So in Kohima, for the last, since 2019, this National Clean Air Program has been there, and also some awareness we have already done in the past by district administration, by KMC, by so many other stakeholder departments. But there are also physical development works that has been going on. The repair of roads. If you must have seen the Sekhazu Road from the highway to the Kithan Model Road, the white topping has been done. One phase has been completed. Another phase, all the other roads will be white topped in this current 24 and 25 funding by the Urban Development Department. So, and if you must have seen the vertical gardens across Kohima, these are all done by Forest Department under this National Clean Air Program. Different departments we converge under the chairmanship of our Deputy Commissioner Kohima for this program. So that is it. Why Kohima? Why Dimapur is our part of the National Clean Air Program? There are 131 non-attainment cities in India, which includes Kohima and Dimapur cities. Non-attainment because the air quality of Kohima and Dimapur have not attained the national ambient air quality standards, in simple. So that's why Kohima and Dimapur has featured in this list. Today, the campaign has already been there for the last 5+ years. And we have been doing in small ways to reach out to different communities for as far as the district administration is concerned. We have done multiple levels of awareness programs with different stakeholder communities and groups under this deeper public engagement and consultation programs and workshops under this action point. So we have done collaboration with 26 to 30 schools in Kohima. We have done house-to-house campaign. We have done lecture series, other competitive activities in so many other colleges in Kohima. We have done awareness with all the ward authorities in Kohima under municipality. Likewise, this campaign for the 2024 and 25, we really wanted to collaborate with the media fraternity. Today, we're here today, Kohima Press Club has openly welcomed us for this collaboration, and we thank them for that. Why media? Because media plays an important role in reaching out to the larger public. The experience in Kohima under the banner of Kohima Press Club, you have done so many good initiatives. And as far as our collaboration is concerned, KPC and the district administration, in my last 2+ years in Kohima, we have never done such collaborations except meeting during the protests, multiple protests in Secretariat. So this time round, why not? The idea was to collaborate, and why not do something together? And we value the potential of our Kohima Press Club, or how to what extent our media fraternity can do for this campaign. Which means media can transmit these awareness measures through different mediums, platforms to our public, to our people in Kohima. So that is the basic idea for this collaboration. All this ownership of not only our good things, our assets, but also of our liabilities, also problems, also waste management, all these things. As we can see in the data, the particulate matter PM10 and PM2.5, particulate matter 2.5 and particulate matter 10. These particulate matters are quite high. The presence of this concentration of these matters are high in Kohima air. The context of Kohima in the context of clean air is, as we can see, road dust. We cannot walk on the roads, on the streets, without a mask. Most of our households, we burn biomass, wood, charcoal, all these things, and it contributes to pollution. We have so many stone crushers across Kohima, sawmills across Kohima. All these are contributing to our air pollution. Construction is happening left and right. We hardly are aware as public that construction by our neighbor is creating pollution for our own self, our own family. So today, traffic jam Kohima is almost in a state of standstill. When we look at all these situations, I think the national clean air quality standards that we have, Nagaland and Kohima city has not met the standards. And the experiences that if we go into our own individuated, Kohima city individuated situations and problems, I think we can do, the media can do a lot of research, can bring out a lot of news stories and the problems of pollution for people to know and to understand that, oh, I have my responsibility towards reducing clean air pollution. That is one angle we want to divert this campaign. Ownership by the community of the problems, the pollution problem that we're having in Kohima. So that role, through this keynote, I would like to implore the Kohima Press Club to mediate and to support the district administration to put across this agenda. Thank you.
And for encouraging us to take this issue forward in our journalistic pursuit. I would now like to invite our President, Elise Joshua, to come and deliver a short speech.
Clean air is the first thing we need for a healthy life. Every breath we take in is air, so air is more frequently used than other essentials of life. The Supreme Court has also taken cognizance of that good environment is a fundamental right and has put the onus on the government to make efforts for better environment for its citizens, to take on clean air as a mission. Efforts for cleanliness, including clean air, is not and should not be a one-time affair. It should not be an effort of a single department or entity. It should always be a joint or a collaborative effort. Departments and organizations have to join hands together, whether it is the Public Works Department, the municipal body, urban development, public health engineering, traffic, transport, forest, etc. But ultimately, it should have the active engagement of the public. It has come as a sort of disappointment and a matter of concern to think that Kohima is polluted and one of the non-attainment cities under the National Clean Air Program, even though we do not have industries and factories that emit harmful pollutants in our air like other cities. From a layperson's point of view, I think bettering air quality in our city is possible, but we have to ensure constant monitoring and implement good practices, whether it is waste disposal, including construction waste, solid and plastic waste, and medical waste. Ways to mitigate dust, construction and demolition waste, and so on. If this program cannot succeed here in Kohima, I don't think it can succeed in other cities. I would like to acknowledge and extend our appreciation to the Kohima District Administration for collaborating with the Kohima Press Club on this clean air mission for our city, which is also the capital of the state.
Air per day. So you can just imagine what quality of air we are breathing in. If you are breathing good air, that means it's going to have a good impact on our health. If you are breathing polluted air, it's going to have adverse effect on our health. So air pollution, I will just give a simple definition of what air pollution is. Air pollution matter in consideration that endangers health. So this is something what we are discussing here today is something of a concern, because we are having this talk on air pollution because there is something going on in our ambient air quality which it needs to be addressed right now. Our Nagaland Pollution Control Board, we are also monitoring the air quality under this program. There is 1,340 stations which covers all over the country in 28 states and 7 union territories. At the moment, our Nagaland Pollution Control Board, we have 39 manual and 1 continuous air monitoring station which covers 11 districts at the moment. So when we talk about the manual station and continuous station, the manual stations are being operated by our technical field staff. I will discuss about the particle size PM10 and PM2.5 in my next slide. But these are the machines which we have in the permanent stations. So these stations, keeping in mind that these stations are permanent, we don't shift our location this year, second year, we don't change our location. These are fixed stations which are being operated for more than 10 years now. So in the case of Kohima, we have been operating the air quality of Kohima from 2010. So we have been operating for quite a long time now, and the air quality, accordingly, we are taking those information, we compile the information and we send it to the Central Pollution Control Board. So this is the continuous air monitoring station which we have in the PWD junction above. Inside this is the machine which is run for 24/7. We are monitoring. This one is monitoring the weather. Also, it's monitoring the various different parameters accordingly. So in the case of Kohima, we have 5 stations at present. We are monitoring opposite NST office. We are monitoring at PWD junction, High School junction, Upper Midland, and Forest Colony. But in the case of Forest Colony, we are doing this only for a specific study. We are doing a source apportionment study. We want to know the air, what parameter or what component is causing more pollution to our air in Kohima. So the Forest Colony station is just for 2 years. We have been operating for almost 2 years now, for quite a long time now. And if you see the station type over here, it's residential, commercial, residential, and the BG is a background study. So this we have taken into consideration because as per the Central Pollution Control Board, as shown you earlier, it works in the same mechanism like a human being. It will breathe in air. We have a small chimney type, it breathes in the air. So accordingly, the location which we have, it's something like a person who is living over there is breathing the same air. So what are the sources of air pollution which at present we have in our state? This is something that, as I mentioned earlier, we are doing the source apportionment study. So once the source apportionment study is finalized, then we'll know the exact component which is the main source. But according to what we have seen on the ground, dust from bad road is one of the major factors. Even though we have a good road, sometimes what happens is it's not paved end to end, so the dust are being generated from the side of the roads, where even if there is a good end-to-end paving is done, we can see a huge piling of sand. So whenever a vehicle is flying, then it generates lots of dust again. Another is something about burning of waste. Burning of waste is something now quite complex, I would say, because when we talk about burning of waste, it's not only about one type of waste. We are talking about the complex waste. It's about plastic, paper, electronic waste, batteries, everything. So when we talk about burning of waste, then it's more impactful and hazardous for health again. Still above the permissible limit. So this is something that we usually tend to think that Kohima air is very clean. It's something that we are quite lucky to be living here in Kohima. Definitely, compared with the big cities, we are quite fortunate. But in spite of that, the air quality is still above the permissible limit. So these are the filter papers. As I mentioned earlier, in our machines, what we do is we place the filter papers on the machine. Those filter papers we get the air quality. So before monitoring, what happens is the filter paper is white in color before we do the monitoring. It's pure white, like an A4 size paper. So after we do the monitoring only, we get this quality of air. So you can just imagine a person living in that location just for 8 hours is breathing this kind of air. So just 8 hours they are breathing this kind of air. So you must just imagine that what kind of air he or she is breathing in. And in another report, which was also published in the month of August 2025, they have mentioned that air pollution cuts 3.5 years from life of an average Indian. That is depending upon the location which you are living in. So they have also mentioned in the report that people living in Delhi, their life is cut short by around 7 years. So depending upon the location where we are located, our life is also cut short because of the air pollution. Now the studies have revealed that because of the air pollution, there is dementia cases, lots of dementia cases in India because of air pollution. Life also. So as Sir Ripu has already mentioned about the non-attainment cities, this is categorized by the Central Pollution Control Board. We have been
address us. Sir, if you can please take your time.
About clean air. So we are fortunate that we are able to collaborate with a group like Kohima Press Club, whom we have highest respect. And today it also coincides with the launching of One Day with Deputy Commissioner initiative, which we began this morning at 9 o'clock. So we will be having on a weekly basis with all the government and private schools and higher secondary schools. And for the launching, Dr. Kire Government Higher Secondary School, they have nominated 5 the brightest students for this day, and we had hour-long introduction. And I can say that they were in fact very bright, very intelligent. They have high hopes and big dreams. So today is not just another gathering, but it's a collection of the brightest people here in town, brightest from the profession like press and from our young friends. So it is indeed an honor to stand before you to address this gathering. Kohima district is 146 years old as far as district is concerned. So in this place, every Naga from every community, we have come here to settle down and say, and this town is our home. So Kohima town is not only a home for the Angamis, but it is where every Naga we born, we live, we die, we bury here. So it's a hometown for every community. So to protect and to keep our town clean is not only the responsibility of Angamis, but it is everyone's responsibility to ensure that our town is clean and green. The air we breathe is not merely a backdrop of our daily lives, but it's a lifeblood of our health, of our children's future, and the sustained vibrancy of our economy and culture. Kohima's green hills, forest, and biodiversity provide as a natural ally in the fight for clean air, an antidote against pollution. But random urbanization should not disturb the natural ecology of Kohima. Urbanization or urban growth should be managed to protect these precious assets and the natural gift of God. As we have just learned that Kohima is among 131 cities in India which are under non-attainment cities. And so air pollution in Kohima is one of the greatest environmental challenges we are living. We have learned about the causes and ill effects of the air pollution here in Kohima. But at this critical moment in time, what is the role of media? where do media fits in? I remember one advice from my late father every day. That is, he always used to tell me, son, do what is right, not what is good. Good things are convenient. It is comfortable and compromising. And they are temporary, and sooner or later it will be exposed and will falter during the test of time. But right thing will be a bitter pill to swallow temporarily, but it is universal and shall stood the test at any point in time. So do what is right and not what is good. Likewise, media has a critical role in monitoring, informing, and driving change through responsible reporting and accountability. I've read some books on journalism, and since many years I have learned about famous 5 W's of journalism. But today, in our day and age, we have seen more of yellow journalism and tabloid journalism. And I think it's time we get back to the basic ABC: accuracy, brevity, and clarity. Today, we also live in a very toxic echo chamber of negativity and pessimism. And you, media fraternity, as the 4th pillar of democracy, you are the mirror and you are the conscience keeper of our people. You are not just merely an observer, but you are the catalyst. Your reporting shall shape public perception, pressure for accountability, and a culture of precaution and responsibility. We are looking as to how government can collaborate with media to benefit our people. And one little step that we have taken is we have signed an MOU with FM Dragoban along with police, and on a half an hourly basis we give live traffic updates in the radio from morning 10 up to 5 in the evening. So this is something we are trying to percolate the benefits of the services that we have for the real-time purposes. And to this end, I want to encourage our press media to do something for our people. And number one is to create public awareness and bring about behavioral changes for basic civic sense. Nagas, we are very conscious, we fiercely protect and fight for rights. But when we do that, we trample upon the rights of others. Just imagine, we randomly park our car without knowing that it is at the convenience of others. We keep our house clean, but we litter our surrounding, the roads and the public spaces. We construct a house, but spread around dust and causes air pollution to our neighbors. We dump our construction materials on the roadside, not only creating air pollution, but also giving sufficient inconveniences to others. We randomly release our septic tank into rivers and nalas without considering the damage it causes to rivers and nalas, but also causing many other health conditions for others. I would request through this channel to our people, not only we keep our inside our house clean, but also let us keep our compound, our fencing, our walls clean. because it not only keep your house clean, but it also beautify our town. There are some simple things that we can always do, simple but very effective measures.
Release and member of Kohima Press Club, Narayan Bahadur, to come and propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Chairperson, for giving me the time. First of all, I would like to thank our Deputy Commissioners, Yanathung, for taking the personal interest and the initiative in giving push to this very program of having a clean air in the capital of the state, and collaborating with the Kohima Press Club and bringing us together, letting us to be part of the initiative that the district administration is taking in creating awareness or spreading awareness among the general masses. And also, I feel this is a very good opportunity that we as members of the Kohima Press Club also got to learn about how we should be taking initiative, or personally also how we should be engaging in spreading awareness, and also ourselves practicing about having clean air. Thank you so much, sir, for the initiative, and we really hope that our collaboration will bear fruit and we will be able to spread better awareness among the general masses. It was a very enlightening and also very knowledgeable PPT that you had presented before us. In fact, I myself, I learned so many things. I hope all of us are also in a danger zone. Seeing those lungs, I was really scared. In fact, those non-smokers also, having those kind of lungs, and also decreasing our life by minimum also 3.5 years. It was very scary. So I feel that was very enlightening. That was and we hope that through you, more awareness will be created among other people also. So, and also taking the opportunity, I also thank our President, Madam Alice Yosa, for delivering the short speech, and also